Welcome to episode 2 of the A Lot More To It podcast. This week's episode, we have a special guest, Serge from Skycomp. Learn Skycomp's small beginnings, talk about EOS and business, and so much more. Please enjoy A Lot More To It.
Just take a big drink and then go for it.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome back, everyone, to Skycomp's There's More to It podcast. April, take it away.
Yeah, that was good.
Awesome.
So to start us off, we should go over some technical difficulties that we experienced last time after one too many glasses of wine.
Yes, there are
First
definitely some
off,
things we noticed that we had done incorrectly, and we'd like to resolve those.
and my favorite part is we did all these things and none of us picked up at them at the time of doing all of these really weird things.
No,
Okay, so for 1 + 1 = 2. I can do math, I promise.
Hey.
Number 2, Kara is no longer flirting with scoliosis. She has been cured to her from.
that is actually super exciting news. Like
It is. It's actually very good news. Yes. 6
last
weeks
month,
of
you had scoliosis.
intense chiropractic therapy in February, and I no longer am flirting with scoliosis.
Your spine is aligned.
I didn't know that
My
scoliosis
spine is aligned.
was curable, but here we are. We have a true life miracle in front of us.
Guys, thank you. Really.
Another item to correct is Olivia is not, in fact, engaged. Sorry for that pressure, Tom.
Yes, my apologies, guys. That was definitely a misread or misseen picture on Instagram. And Olivia has since confirmed that she is a bridesmaid, though, and we're very happy for her.
Yes.
Yes, very.
What is that saying?
No pressure, Tom. My bad. I only put it out there for the world. And we have said when Olivia does get engaged, we're bringing her on the show.
Yes,
Yes.
she has
That'll be
committed.
Again, no
All
pressure.
right. And we realized after we went on for a very long time about how great Skycomp is that we actually never discussed what the PPC actually is. So I'm sure we have a lot of confused people. The PPC is the Party Planning Committee, a term taken from The Office, as that is kind of how our functions are planned with a lot of rambling and disorganization.
Yeah, so like a huge majority of our job is actually
A
party
huge-
planning. And
90%,
yeah, at least.
Nobody tells Serge.
Very important. We take care of, office birthdays, nights out, happy hours,
All the good stuff.
all the fun stuff. Any like internal contests we're usually helping to run. So lunch and learns. I mean, it's a big job.
It is something we are all very passionate about, and it is a lot of fun. And we get to do a lot of crazy things that most companies don't get to do.
yes, definitely.
All right.
Did we have any other technical difficulties from
There,
the previous
there
week?
might be some that we just didn't catch still, and maybe we'll catch later. Maybe somebody
Very
else can let us know what else we messed up.
People can reach
Just-
out to us, let
Yeah.
us know.
Go to our social media channels at Skycomp IT, and you can leave a comment and let us know how much we failed. Yeah,
Or one.
Yeah.
or
nice
one.
plug.
Yeah, yeah. Always got to throw the social media out there.
I love it. That's good. Alrighty. So one thing we also didn't mention was what our actual purpose is.
Awesome.
We always say start with why, and I feel like our purpose was kind of like, why are we doing this podcast? All my friends ask me afterwards, why are you guys doing this podcast? I thought, good point. We never really told you. So yeah, I think we're just going to be coming on here like at least once a month and just kind of talking about Skycomp, different things, we'll kind of choose a topic.
It's like
And then go
business
from
IT
there.
Related, yeah.
Yeah. But we're not,
Culture and
you're hearing it
Yeah.
from the back office staff that is a non-technical team. Minus Sebastian. He's pretty technical.
Give or take. But yeah, I think that we're just doing this just to show off Skycomp's culture as a company. I think that's a huge thing that, like, I mean, me being a newer member to the team, it's been like 8 months now, which is I think
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh
if I
my
look at
gosh.
LinkedIn, which is ridiculous. That's how long
Yeah.
it's been. It feels like, yeah, a couple weeks ago I was just like meeting Jamie in the
Yeah.
boardroom.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
Same.
so yeah, it's a crazy different company culture. The fact that you're willing to even come out and record something after work on a Friday night, like that says huge things. Because there's no companies that would want to do that, right? Like that's a pretty amazing.
Yeah. It's very, very true.
And I think one of the things we want to kind of let everybody know how we do what we do and what we're doing as a company that makes us so different, so that other people can maybe take advantage of that and bring some of that into
Yes.
their workplace, make it a fun place to be. We spend most of our time with each other, so we might as well make it a lot of fun. And if we can share how we do that so other people can enjoy this experience as well, that would
Yeah,
be
make
great.
it very relatable and everything too. People are comfortable listening to us, and I feel like the feedback that we've gotten so far has been amazing. People just feel like they're sitting with a group of friends that are just like razzing each other and
Yeah.
hanging out. Like that's pretty cool. So
That's what we do all day.
literally,
But we
Sebastian
do
just
get some
pokes
work
his head
done.
out of his office. He's like, "What's going on in here?"
What's going on today?
But I think that's how you stay sane, though, as a like just in any workplace,
For
like
sure.
any other workplace I've been in. It's always just cracking jokes and trying to make people laugh and make people smile. I think that's a huge part of just being in any organization. Yeah, it's nice that we can do that, and everyone's just happy about it and cool with it. It's nice.
Yeah.
So I think that the first thing we wanted to kind of share with everybody, like one of the fundamental things that makes us different and the way that we organize ourselves in our workplace is EOS. So I think that is the topic of today's discussion. A lot of people hear EOS and they
Yes.
have no idea what it means, but it's very, very fundamental to the way that Skycomp operates.
Yeah, that was very well said, April.
So professional.
Oh, geez. I haven't had enough drinks yet. Give me a minute.
Yeah, too
I'm
professional.
over
start-
here.
I'll
Take a
start
shot.
pulling out
Too
some math
professional.
equations in a little bit. Give me a bit.
Yeah, so how do we describe EOS?
Well,
April did a pretty
what
good job of it.
What is EOS?
Yeah, what the
Um,
heck is EOS? Isn't that the title of the book?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually a book we give out to all of our new employees when they start. And it's written by, I think I looked this up the other day, Gino Wickman, I believe.
I have the book over
And
here.
yeah, pretty sure it's Gino
Just
Wickman.
to make sure it's good.
I think it's another guy too, but I can't remember the name. Who is it, Sebastian?
It is who you said, Gino Wickman and Tom Bauer.
And
Yeah,
Tom Bauer. Ooh.
there it is
Nice.
in
Yeah, so
HD.
basically we just started this was actually Serge's idea, and he kind of came up to the leadership team and was like, "Oh, actually, no, we weren't even a leadership team
No,
at the
yeah.
time. It was, I think you
That's-
guys maybe should let's like be a leadership team, and we're going to do this thing called EOS." And it was like very little description. It was just read this book, and we're going to go ahead and do it. And we were like, "Yeah, okay, it seems like a good idea." And basically, it's like you meet in all your departments once a week on a regular basis. When you first start the whole journey of EOS, you basically go over, you have to build out your core values, your vision, like your why, like why are you doing this? What's important to the company? Your core values, which are huge now at Skycomp. And then we build out like a 10-year, a 3-year, and a 1-year plan. And then from there, you meet weekly with your team. So, like at Skycomp, we have our leadership, our administrative, like back office. We have our dispatch team, and then our service team all meet weekly and just kind of go over rocks, to dos, which we should probably describe rocks. I think April, you really.
I was going to go, what's a rock, Morgan?
What's a rock?
Great segue.
But April was
Let me tell
describing
ya.
it really well the other day in the lunchroom.
Okay, so a rock is described as a goal that you have that, regardless of everything else that you've got going on in your day, is something that you need to create to help you move forward in your position. So it's kind of that whole, I don't even know what do they call it. What do they call that thing? Not a saying, not an analogy.
Oh, like
What do they call it?
I
Yeah.
say it. That's good.
Like the jar and then fill it with the rocks. Okay, so it
It's
just goes over about how you kind of
oh, I
stack
can't
your.
think of it.
Yeah, what is that word called?
Shit.
I know.
Metaphor?
Metaphor. Metaphor. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got there.
I think that's what I
got
was
there.
thinking of.
Okay, so it's I'm sure a lot of people have already heard this whole story that a professor goes to the front of the classroom and has a jar and he asks, I don't even know how, I should probably look this up how it goes, about filling this jar with things so you can fill it all with water and it would be full, and says, is this jar full? And then you stuff everything else in. Depending on the order that you stuff everything into the jar, the more you can fit into it. So the first thing that we're putting into our jars, or the first thing that we're putting into our importance in our day, is our rocks. So they are 1 to 2 major goals that we need to accomplish by the end of our quarter. We can set them for ourselves, or we can work together in our teams and kind of figure out what would be the best rock for us to complete. And then during our weekly meetings, we will state where we are with our goal. If we need help,
Yeah,
that
you're
kind of
on
goes into the
track or
meeting.
off track.
Yeah. And then you kind of fit everything else around that. Your day-to-day activities get fit into that jar, and then everything else, but your rocks are the first thing, the most important thing, even though it's just when you get bogged down in your day-to-day work, you forget about the big, long tasks and they get
Right.
pushed down in priority. So the goal of this is to stop that from happening. So we list out our rocks.
Yeah, and I think that happens in a lot of businesses where like you do get stuck down. You have a ton of things you have to do during the day, and you're so busy throughout the day, you don't stop and actually think about like what's one thing I can do today that will help grow the business, and you're not just stuck on like a hamster wheel running around. So I think it's awesome that we've kind of built that out in Skycomp where everyone is able to like have an opportunity to help move the business forward in a big way on a quarterly basis. And then, you know, you'll never find time for it if you don't put it aside and hold yourself accountable. And I think that's one of the big things about EOS too, is like holding everyone accountable to what you're expected to do and what you've agreed to do at the beginning of the quarter. And it's always like a discussion too. Like we don't force people to do rocks. It's like agreed on as a team in a department. Like I think we're always on the same page, or it might not be a rock you're necessarily excited to do, but you know it's got to get done kind of thing.
And
April's had a
accountability,
few of those.
just a little bit of a run. But that accountability also speaks to the way that the hierarchy works in the company as well, which is very different than a lot of other companies.
Yes.
We have an accountability chart, and it is a box that lists all of the things that you are responsible for in your role. So it goes to the saying you can lead from any position. So I have my box, and in my box, I've got all my Visio diagrams, my sales tasks, everything like that. Everybody's box is going to look a little bit different. And as we grow, it is something that gets evaluated too. Like, are there things that fell into my box or things
Right.
that I'm doing that don't belong to me and they shouldn't be with me? Or is my box getting too full? Um, and it lets you be an adult. You're responsible for getting your accountability done. You can't blame somebody else for because I didn't do this because of this, because it's your job. It doesn't matter if you get help with it. It's at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. And that works a little bit differently than other companies in regards to leadership. It's not, I have a direct supervisor that tells me my tasks for the day and gives me my jobs. I know what I'm accountable for when I come
Right.
in work every single day.
You're the leader of your you're the leader of your box.
Yeah.
You lead
My
that box.
glass box of emotions.
Yeah.
Sounds so
very
exciting when you put it like that. Yeah.
But I think that is one of the major things that helps us kind of be the way that we are with each other, because it's not like I'm talking with my direct superior all the time. Like, I'm an adult, I have the things that I'm responsible for. Everyone else I deal with are also adults, and they have things they're responsible for. And our job is to work together to make sure that we can be successful. It's not to, I don't know.
Right.
It's just, it works out different and it creates a different feeling in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, isn't that what you want as a like? That's what I was looking for as an employee. Like I wanted that accountability, and that, like, I think people, I mean,
I
don't
think
know.
kind of like, yeah, like being able to self-manage and not be treated. That's so funny. We were talking about that today, like how you don't want to, like, nobody wants to feel like a child. So like we shouldn't be doing
Right.
things that we're going to be treating people like child by giving ridiculous rules and stuff. Like, how can we hone back stupid rules that everyone should be doing anyways? Like, if you're a good employee, you'll be doing it. So why are you enforcing like unnecessary rules sometimes?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
gives you a
it's
lot
a
of
good
freedom, I
conversation.
feel too. Like I feel um when I started and like you guys were handing me things and then you're like, this is now like your baby. So if you find that doing
Sorry to
it
put
a
the pressure
different
on.
way, like doing it a different way is easier or more efficient, or you find a better way to do it, bring it up and we'll implement that. And that's crazy because that doesn't happen anywhere else. It's always like you have to follow a certain procedure and sometimes
We've
your
always done it this
ideas.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
the
funny that
worst
you
lines
actually bring that
ever.
up. It's funny that you bring that because I think about that now too. Because anytime that somebody new has come on, and I tell them like, hey, this is yours, and it's always the question like, oh well, what if I want to make this change to the spreadsheet? And because I've been doing it now for so long, I'm just like, okay, then make the change to the spreadsheet. Like, why are you asking me? Like,
Right.
but yeah, because it's
Does
yours.
that
I,
work
Like,
I was
better
that
for
person. I was
you?
like, okay, but like, can I do this? Like, what if I were to add this? Like, what if I did this? And you guys were like, yeah, absolutely. Like, if that works for you, if it's easier, if it's better, if it's faster, then let's do it.
yeah.
And then you're like, okay. And then just kind of, then you got to go do it. And it's great. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I
And I
think
think
too, it helps you want to make your job a little bit more efficient because it's like, okay, like, so this is what my responsibilities are. How can I
Yeah.
do these the smartest way possible rather than like another job where, like sometimes it's like, I don't know. I think other jobs that I guess aren't like your necessarily your careers are just like you go in and then you clock out and what you do in the middle isn't really going to impact
Yeah.
anything that much. So you don't feel that important to be there. It's like, I could have not been here and somebody else could have been taking
yeah,
my spot no matter
Yeah.
what.
You don't feel
exactly.
valuable, basically. Like you want to feel like you're adding value every single day. And here
Yeah.
you do, like you
Yeah.
really truly do feel valuable, especially at our meetings when you accomplish something. Like you feel good, you feel like you're really helping the company. Whereas other jobs, yeah, you're just kind of going in and out and don't really make a difference at all. And you just feel like almost useless sometimes.
Yeah,
Like you
it feels
might be
like-
putting in a lot of work, but at the end of the day, you don't get any recognition and you feel why even bother, right?
I think that's what's really good about EOS too, is that you get to meet weekly as a team and it's not necessarily like you're just meeting with your boss or anything. It's everyone's meeting as a team on the same level. Everyone should be the same, open and honest in the meetings, and you get to put forth any, like, oh, another thing about the meetings is that you have an issues list. So throughout the week, if we run into anything we can't resolve, we just say throw it on the issues list, we'll discuss it in the meetings, and then when we get to the meeting we end up having a list of 5 or 6 things, or sometimes it's not as many. Sometimes it's a bigger issue that we've all agreed to put on the list, but you kind of have a chance to, okay, then you evaluate what's the most important thing that we need to talk about this week. And then you can IDS it, which is, what's IDS? Identify, discuss,
Acronyms.
solve, I think. I think it's identify, discuss,
Yes.
solve. That will be a technical correction if it's incorrect.
Next time, for next time.
This podcast is brought to you by Skycomp Solutions Inc. Looking for IT support? Have 10 or more employees? Stop worrying about technology in your business. Skycomp Solutions, your technology support partner. You can check out the video version of this podcast by heading on over to youtube.com/Skycomp Solutions Inc. Thanks for listening.
We've been doing it so long, we just go by the acronyms. We don't even know
I
what
know.
they
I'm
mean
like,
anymore.
I don't even know what it stands for.
Yeah. You don't need to know the actual meaning behind them.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
you know it.
But you IDS everything and then you solve problems and make it a to-do for next week and then it's solved.
The fact that we even actually meet up once a week is amazing to me because other places I had to beg for like everyone to meet and and like actually go over things. So that's
Yeah.
just an accomplishment all in itself.
Like,
Right.
when I first learned about those meetings each week, I was like this, especially like the part where you have to get, like, you go through the kind of introduction, like how, what, or a personal accomplishment, a professional accomplishment, those kind of things.
Oh yeah.
I was
Start
kind of
talking
like,
about the introduction to every single meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I was
always
kinda like-
what's your personal accomplishment, professional accomplishment, and what book are you reading?
Working from home.
Yeah, gotta love
Sorry, guys.
gotta love
I've been
those.
trying to
That's
put
okay.
myself on mute. Have you heard this the whole
No.
time?
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's all part of it.
Okay.
People, yeah, hopefully the people that are listening are also mothers and can
Working from
seriously
home.
relate.
Woo!
Yeah. That's the goal.
Strong, independent woman.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
cheer us on.
Yeah.
The cries
Go
are just
on,
cheering.
Heather.
Yeah.
My child is fine.
But yeah, when I first heard about those kind of things were to introduce the meeting to get the meeting started. At first I was like, this could be cheesy, but I don't feel that way I don't feel that way. And once you're in the meeting, it doesn't feel like it's like, oh, now it's Kara's personal accomplishment. Like, here
It's so
you go.
true. I
Yeah.
Like-
think when we first were supposed to start saying that, I was like, that's very like weird. I don't need to, but I actually thoroughly enjoy hearing everyone's personal,
too.
professional accomplishment of the week. Like,
Mhm.
it's a good way to do a self brag about something you did at work, and maybe a self brag something you did at home that's, you know, obviously more important to anyone than work. So should be, hopefully.
Right. Yeah, it's cool to hear. And it lets me, who is newer, get to know you
Mhm.
all. Right.
Exactly.
Like that
Yeah,
was
and
cool.
vice versa.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that for us, EOS was the platform that allowed us to have the culture that we had and this respect for each other that we have. And I think a lot of companies strive for that. And if anybody is striving for that, I seriously think that EOS is a great thing to look into, to read, see if it'll work in your business, because I do think it is one of the building blocks that has created
It's upside down.
this culture. Thanks,
Yeah.
upside down.
Yeah, so there's actually, I think the books are all three EOS books. I'm just looking it up. There's one, Get a Grip. That's the first one. So just a little backstory on this. Get a Grip. I don't know if you guys have read them all, but Get a Grip is like a story. You would actually like reading it. It's like a story that a company is struggling and Swan Industries, and then they go through the EOS process, and it's a fictional story, but it's like a nice read about how EOS changes their process and like flushes some people out and like helps build a really good culture, and people that were arguing before are now getting along. And then the next one is Traction, which I think was just like, pretty sure that was just a very technical, like, this is a rock. This is kind of more descriptive of like specifics on what it is. And same with What the Heck is EOS. I think What the Heck is EOS is very like
Very textbooky.
simplified.
Yeah.
Yeah, very textbooky.
But it's a very short read and it gives a
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
quick, high level overview of what EOS is going to look like.
Very
it's-
easy to read, easy to understand. Takes like an
Mhm.
hour to read. Like
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing way to run meetings and kind of help build processes out in companies. It's definitely unique to any place I've ever worked before. And
Yeah,
we
same.
didn't create this, but yeah, this is by a
Yeah.
book that was just read and we decided to implement.
And I know
We're doing
that it's
free marketing.
there's not a ton of companies that we know of that implement this, so we can't, but we do actually know one other company at West who has this implemented in their business, and their culture and the way that they run everything is very similar to us. So it's funny when we have conversations and such because they're so similar to Skycomp. So it is
Yeah,
one of my proofs that EOS is one of the reasons that our culture is the way that it is.
I totally agree. And Serge's peer group, like they're in more the US, but a few of them have EOS and they definitely seem like on the more mature level and have, their stuff in place. So it's interesting to see.
Yeah.
And
we'll
so for our
definitely.
offsites, you always say,
Oh,
sorry, go
sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, just in our offsites, they always say to have ooh, we might get in trouble for this. No, I'm just kidding. We wouldn't. But like they always say to have a facilitator. They're like an EOS, certified
somebody who's not in your
facilitator.
business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have an outside person help run your leadership team meetings when you go like out of the office, and that's more like 10-year long-term building. But we just kind of like they're very expensive. I think they're like $5,000 a US a meeting or something. Like it was so we were like, well, we could probably just use our bookkeeper Suzanne.
Oh yeah.
So we have a bookkeeper that comes in like once every couple months now, or once a month,
Yeah.
depending. She says she's coming in less now, guys. But anyways, we've just started using her as a facilitator, and it's gone amazing, I have to say. She's awesome. But I don't know if that's in trouble, that we'll get in trouble from EOS for that.
Yeah. I was gonna say just before you, I was gonna say that we should like tag EOS, like the authors in this, and like, but like maybe not.
Maybe.
We totally should. Maybe they'll give us
No,
a
we
discount.
will.
Maybe they'll give us
Right.
a discount.
Well, and I think it'd be
Well, we
really
lost
cool
you, Sam.
for
We're not replacing.
right. I think it'd be really cool for them to, like the writers of the book, or if we even get in touch with them, to hear about this, like to hear this podcast and to hear, oh, it's actually like our book is working in this company. They probably heard many success stories of it. But I think it'd be cool to hear one more from
Yeah.
Skycomp specifically.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
Throw
they
it out
can
there.
maybe they can run our technical difficulties session for next time with all the things we got wrong.
Ooh.
yes. If you're listening, EOS people, get in
DM
touch
me.
with us. Yeah. You can reach out at
Put our number
Skycomp
handles
IT
again,
on
yeah.
Instagram. You can
Or
can
Twitter,
you email
or
us.
LinkedIn.
You can email us at skycomp.ca/contact. You can email us, or you can fill out our form there and reach out to us. Why not?
Or check us out on TikTok.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know if EOS people are on TikTok. I feel like they're not.
You
But
never know. They might.
prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I don't know.
I don't know.
They might.
Skycomp's on TikTok.
Guys, I just want to do a little bit of a group brag here. We're staying on time and we're like productive.
Mhm.
Like, look at us go.
Look at us go.
Organized.
See?
Yes, you guys.
We're so organized.
It's because we planned this week.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Well,
Last
sat in
time
the
we did
corner.
more planning about what we're going to drink than what we're going to talk about, and it
That
came
was-
out.
So true.
That was- And we made a great choice with megalomaniacs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, speaking of, I wanted to bring up this wine. So much obliged. I'm drinking the white. So actually the portion of the proceeds of these, so even after the pandemic, goes to the Canada Food Bank. So definitely recommend going out. It's actually really nice. I thought it was going to be a little bit drier because it's an off dry, like a fruity off dry, which I like all wines, but still more sweeter than
would've
like
been
dry. But it's really nice. It's not too sweet. So I highly recommend going out to get that because proceeds go to a good cause. So.
Ooh.
Nice. And it is also, it's dedicated to like the essential like front workers at care facilities, hospitals, things like that. So
All the frontline workers.
all
Nice.
the frontline workers. Highly recommend.
Ciao.
10 out of 10.
That's so nice of Megalomaniac to do that. That's very kind.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you guys?
Well,
what
as
do you
soon
guys
as
got
I
there?
finish my box of wine, I will try that out.
Is that the box of wine we got you?
So tomorrow, no, this is my last glass of my previous box, and then I just texted Josh to open me up your guys' box.
Pop me open one, Josh.
2
So I'm
boxes of
waiting.
wine.
We're just gonna see the
That's
box come
heavy
like through
drinking.
the side of the screen, and
That's
you're
what
gonna
I'm
hold
waiting
your
for,
cup
yeah.
up.
You're just gonna
Oh,
start drinking from the
embarrassing.
fountain.
Or just
That's
like
what I
finish
actually
done.
have in my hydro jug, not water. I actually have wine.
And here
At
we are
work,
just
yeah,
talking about how great you are drinking your liquids a day.
We were
Yeah.
so
Wine
proud
is
of
Yeah.
you.
fine.
Wine and water.
I love how the fact that we're upset more that she lied to us than the fact that she's drinking at work. That was
Yeah,
really
for
rude of you.
reference, if anyone doesn't know, Jamie has a giant it's a hydro jug.
Hydro
Hydro
flask.
Hydro
Hydro
jug.
it's a hydro
Flask?
jug.
It's a
Hydro
flask
jug.
now.
What?
Well,
Okay,
it's a flask now.
well,
The
Technically.
sumo flask.
and it
Sumo
sits on her
flask.
It's
desk.
a full box of wine. Oh my God, Jamie, that is literally the only reason you bought that, so you could fit a box of wine in it. It probably.
Maybe. That's why I bought the sleeve to cover so nobody knows the liquid that's in there.
Yeah, and then doesn't it come with a strap? So when you're like,
Pop a
wobbling
strap.
around, it's got the strap.
Want to take your water on the go? You're ready to go?
Exactly. Tricking everyone.
But
So-
why did we Why did we end up getting that box of wine for Jamie? Was there?
Oh.
Does Jamie want to talk about that,
Oh,
or
Your exciting news.
After
open and
my-
honest. Open and honest, Jamie.
Oh,
we can
man.
cut it out if you want? It's fine.
Yes, after our crazy journey of trying to buy a house during a pandemic, we finally, after so many offers, and one house had 75 offers on it, went for
Oh.
200K over, just getting beat out by like hundreds of thousands of K, like ridiculous. And making our poor agent go see so many houses because now you can't have open houses. So you have to book with your agent to go see
Oh.
homes.
Oh, so she had to go with you every time.
He has to come with you. So those poor agents are so tired. Like they're so busy constantly trying to get everyone in to see the houses, and it's just insane. But
At least they're making a good
But-
commission.
yeah,
No kidding.
but we finally got a house.
Yay!
Yay!
My
I'm so
ugly little
excited.
home.
We are very excited to see with what you come up with. It looks like a perfect blank slate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Morgan, I showed
A
April.
perfect
and-
blank slate.
It does. It
Oh,
does.
you guys
It's
got
just
to
so.
see-
Yeah,
I showed
You guys got to see the ugly house.
we did. But it's like it's got.
That is
It's
a joke,
it is
everyone.
ugly, but it's bland. It's just bland.
When
It's
JB,
got
sorry, when
lots-
JB first got her house, or put the offer on the house, she looked at so many houses. She was like, "Guys, I put an offer. What did you say? I put an offer on the ugly house.
put an
I
offer
hope
on
I
the
get
ugly
it.
house. Hope I get a house. Just give me the
I
ugly
hope I get something." And you got it. We were like, "Yeah, the ugly house."
It's got potential, okay?
Yeah, it's got lots of potential.
huge potential. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
It's
I'm
not going to
excited.
take much to make it look beautiful, honestly.
No.
No, it's not. It's gonna be great.
Coat of paint. There you go.
I
Couple,
got lots
throw
of
it on
plans.
it.
bushes or shrubs or
I'll
something.
start a blog. I'll post
Yes.
it on
Oh, are you seriously gonna start a blog?
YouTube.
Oh. I really
I'll
want you to make like an Instagram page that's like
I'll just
Homes by Jamie. Homes
Ooh,
by Jamie.
TikToks.
catchy.
It is catchy.
You'd go viral.
TikTok.
I will definitely
All right.
take pictures.
Well, take a
before
picture.
and afters. I have lots of plans. But that's my biggest personal accomplishment of the year so far. So EOS, that's every week is my
Actually, you know what, guys? At all of our annual meetings, we always say when we do the personal accomplishment, like we had our 2-day site for the leadership team today, and we always say at the annual is your personal, yeah, it's for the year, your personal and professional accomplishment of the year. So that was yours, Kara. What was your personal accomplishment for the year?
Oh, that's a lot of pressure. I don't even know.
This
I
is
feel like
great.
I've been-
I love this.
Actually, I do know. Thank you so much for asking, Morgan.
Oh,
Well, it
No,
was
that's a
part of our
TikTok.
technical difficulties. The past like 10 years or probably longer than that, I've had crazy bad migraines, like headaches probably 4 times a week. People tell me drink water, I drink water. They tell me to do all this stuff, I would do it. I would still just feel like crap. So I started going like running again. I ended up going to the chiropractor, finding out I was flirting with scoliosis. I was like 2 millimeters away from technically having scoliosis. My left foot is shorter than my right foot. I've got pinched nerve in my neck, and all these things are causing my headache. So I did this like 6-week therapy thing, and my flirtation with scoliosis is gone. And yeah, I feel better, but now I have to deal with allergies. So when that's done, I'm sure I'll be even better.
Well, allergies is a minor, like that's very small compared to the scoliosis, and all the other issues. So
Well,
You don't
Good
want
job.
scoliosis. You
I
don't
don't know
want
about
it. It's
that.
not
Like
fun.
my allergies have always been, yeah, it's very painful. He's like, this is a chronic condition that people have. It's very painful. Like, how did you not come here years ago? Like, wow.
I know.
But yeah, even allergies, like they poked me like 35 or 30 times, and like 18 or like 20 something of those all puffed up, and they're like environmental allergies. So I'm just learning a lot about myself this year so far.
Wow.
Great
But it's
job.
good.
Good.
That's
A good
great.
self-learning year for
Because I
you.
feel like that's real self-love when you like actually do that. Like it's like, you know, the meditation and like the dingy thing and all that. But I think
all
it's
the other
like,
things you
Dingy
do.
thing.
oh, and my glasses,
Oh,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
And you
yes.
got glasses. That was
prescription
the most
glasses.
ridiculous
see?
thing. You were like, did you get glasses when you were like 6 or something? And then you were like, I broke them once and never got them again.
Yeah, when I was 12, I had
Oh my
glasses.
gosh.
And I broke them and I lost them within like a month. And my mom's like, nope. Like when you can get them when you're older, because I lose everything. So here I am.
I'm like, Kara, just use your benefits and go get glasses. Like, just go.
I did. I made an appointment, and
Yeah, you're
look at
like,
me now.
yeah, good point.
Should
Might
probably
as well do that.
literally like the lens on my left eye is probably the width of an Oreo. It's huge.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is. I couldn't see anything. I had no idea. So that's mine. Sorry. Moving on. Who's next?
That's a huge accomplishment.
Thank you.
April.
Oh, I don't know, guys. I got a car. So I hate car
That's
shopping.
big.
Like, I seriously hate car shopping. It takes like a lot. For me, my previous car needs to be falling apart and undrivable for me to walk into a dealership and say, I'm gonna buy a car. So this one was really, really quick. I didn't even actually test drive it. I saw it online and was like, yep, I'll take it. And I went to go look at it, but they were working on it. So I couldn't drive it. So I just signed the papers and I decided it was going to be good. I didn't give a shit. So I got a car and it was not
That's
a lot
the
of fun
laziest car
because
driving ever.
I didn't have to do anything.
It's a nice car
And
too.
yeah, it's good. It suits our needs. We've got 5 people in this household, and when we take large car trips, not everybody enjoyed squishing into the 5-seater Kia Forte. So the Dodge Journey is providing a lot more space, and my teenage daughter has a whole row to herself in the back, which makes everybody happy.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I remember you being so excited. I was excited for you. That just sounded great. What a
was
good
about-
upgrade.
I was right about to go up north too, so it was going to be a 4-hour drive, and I was like, oh, I just
Ooh.
cannot imagine us all cramming into that car again for a 4-hour drive. So we got it like
You
literally a
kept having
couple
issues
days.
with it too, right? Like, I feel like you're always complaining about it.
Oh, the Kia?
The old, like, yeah,
Oh,
just
so
car issues.
temperamental. It doesn't like to be wet. It makes a
Oh,
screaming noise when it gets wet. It's just
Yeah.
terrible. So
thank you. Look what a ride.
Do we?
Oh.
Yay! A
Delivered.
new bottle of wine, hand delivered, or sorry, box of wine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's great. What a great hubby. Sebastian, what about you?
I think joining the Skycomp team. I think that was definitely I was always looking for a position like this, and finally kind of meeting the right people and finding the right connections and joining the Skycomp team has definitely been my yearly accomplishment for sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yay.
You look bad
Yeah.
here, Sebastian. That was mine too, guys. That was mine too. On top of all that other stuff.
Damn it, Sebastian.
So
Why
happy
didn't
to be
you
here.
help me?
Thank you so much. Love you guys. Okay, continue.
I have
And
a
I
broken
think,
back over here, but no,
yeah.
that's fine.
I think my scoliosis is starting to act up, so I might have to go get that
Highly
checked out. And then
recommend,
that'll be my
yes.
next year's accomplishment. How's that?
There you go.
Yeah, there you
yeah.
go.
Great.
Morgan?
So mine I just realized was having a baby, but that's kind of a cheat because that's like an 18-month goal.
That was too long ago.
Yeah, that was too long ago. I feel like that was like
that was
reaching on
last year's.
Yeah, I know. But I would definitely say returning to work was a really, really great thing. I loved maternity leave and it was so much fun. And if you can have the opportunity to do it, do it. But it's great to be back to work. Like I love hanging out with Andy, but it's also fun hanging out with people that can speak back to you and you can
Not throw
That's very
things at
good.
you and poop on you.
Yeah. Yes, I also appreciate that you guys don't poop on me.
There was a couple times, but we're good.
I mean, one or two. I mean, we're already.
Well, you just have to go to the fourth floor bathroom and you see
You
some
did.
things.
Oh my
You
god.
did
Even
tend.
Shoutmore did.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Wait,
We
what?
had
There's
the
some
fourth floor
trouble on
washrooms
the.
was like all the washrooms on the fourth floor were completely shut down.
Oh, I think I got an email about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
emailed them and I was so embarrassed because I'm like, oh my God, they're going to think I clogged the damn toilet. Like, you never want to be the one to
You
have to
know.
request it. Like, because they just think it's you. It wasn't me. I was there at like 7:30 and I drank a lot of water. Had to go back. And
Jamie, you're
Are you
sounding
sure it
very
wasn't a box of
suspicious.
wine that you were polishing off?
Yeah.
the middle stall had all this water and I was like, oh. So then I checked out the first stall and I quickly ran away. It was
Oh no.
disgusting.
Like it was overflowing, or was it just?
Like literally to the brim of brown.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
So then they
Oh
closed
my
her down
God.
like what, half
Ugh.
the day?
Yeah.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
had
it
to
wasn't
call
too
that
bad.
in? I don't even think I'd call. I think I just quietly. Oh no, you got to call
Yep, it
though.
needed to get fixed. It had to. I just
She
sat
warned us
there.
as soon as we came in. She's like, "Don't go into the
So you guys
washer."
had to use the fifth floor or the what even? What do you call
No,
it? Level 1?
yeah, we went up
Main
to the
floor?
fifth floor.
The even one?
Yeah,
Tried
these
them all
are
out.
nice.
The
Tried
one
it out.
even with
Fancy.
the regular ground?
It's the best way to describe the first
The
floor.
one that is on the bottom.
Yes.
It's so good.
And they were all great. They're all great bathrooms.
Yeah, they're so nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
well,
I see. I wait, on the fifth floor?
It's like a luxury up there.
Okay.
This is like
we
the
gotta
Office
talk to the
episode
building.
where they all or the women are gone for the day and all the guys go into the like what is
Yes.
that episode?
Yes.
happened
All the
in that
women go to the
The-
mall.
Right.
Oh my God! And Michael
In
breaks out
in
the
Meredith's
can,
car
or
in Meredith's van.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they all go out to the bathroom and then Creed comes in like it's a normal thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like I have a personal experience of that because in our middle school, not high school, middle school from like 6 to 8, for some reason the girls' bathroom had like a couch in it. I have no idea why, but
Ew.
it's
That's
kind of gross. It was a
disgusting.
nasty couch, but for some
That is
reason when
weird.
we were 6 to 8, it was super cool. So we were like, the girls' bathroom is legit. And we're gonna hang out in there
Oh, that's so
at our middle
disgusting.
school.
why was there
Oh
a
my God.
couch in there?
I know it. You know what? Now that I'm saying all this back in my head, that is a bit suspicious and disgusting.
Yeah.
And it makes me very curious. It was like the cool lounge back in the day, though, guys.
Oh my god.
So we used to tell all the guys, like, no, the bathroom's pretty sweet, and then they'd check it out, and they'd be like, "What the heck?" Anyways, now that I'm saying this all back, like this might be concerning, and maybe I should report to the authorities or something. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Okay, we'll go
Anyways,
over that
anyways,
after.
yeah.
Ugh.
Moving on.
Yeah. We were talking about poop, but
We need to stay on the subject.
Morgan
Man.
Morgan did tend to a wound for me once when I nailed my knee off that stupid
Yeah.
cupboard. I still have, there's a scar for the rest of my life. I'm going to have a scar from this thing. So I'll always remember you guys.
Listen, we got
But I-
WSIB. It's okay.
I am not good at all with like blood. I'm not good at all. So I was
No,
like,
you were like
woozy.
white and came to me.
I'm like, Morgan, how do you feel about blood? You're like, oh, I feel great about it. Yeah. So yeah,
I'm
put a little band-aid on there for me.
give a little sanitization.
So thank you so much. I think you're like, should I put an alcohol wipe on it? I'm like, no.
Oh, so there's no sanitization.
I don't.
Just
I refused. I refused though. This is your proof now. I refused.
I did try to perform a good first aid what do you call that? I don't know.
Aid.
First aid.
Yes, yes, a first aid. I was the first aid.
Yeah, I don't know what you call that. We have a fire marshal, though, right?
Heck
Which-
yeah.
Is
Katie's
that-
got both of those
The
positions. I think.
nerdiest
Anything,
possible job in the office. That is me.
Jamie, except you're the dirty one because you forced this upon yourself. We had a fire drill one day. You got upset at the way I handled the fire drill.
You didn't
proceeded
leave
to
your
put it on
office.
to circle back to EOS. You proceeded to put it on the issues list at our Thursday meeting.
Okay, but
Hey, Morgan,
it's
maybe
an
not the best
issue.
person for this. And then you stole my job as fire
It is
marshal.
In
everyone's
Jamie's defense,
duty to
you won't
know.
leave the office. You will close
Yes.
the door and stay in your office.
And
When I know it's a drill.
What's a little heat? What's a little fire? You know?
when there's no fire extinguisher in the office, that's a problem. What if that
Okay.
dang printer lights on fire? Because it's
Oh,
going
that would
to.
be sad. That would be so sad if the printer stopped working.
Yeah.
Uh,
What a shame.
Yeah.
I'll move the
I'm
fire.
so worried about what happens when I'm not there. You guys are gonna burn the printer to the ground.
Oh, well, we should share this with Morgan. So last couple well, no,
Oh, no.
because the other day you were trying to print something, right, Morgan?
having
And it was
issues.
like, it was making
Oh,
weird
I always
noises.
have freaking problems
So-
with that printer.
I don't know if you guys
It's
have
like
seen
a brand new
Office
printer,
Space.
though.
I know. It's brand new. And
Yeah, it's not.
our
It's not a
our
crappy
one that was
printer.
falling apart was better than this one.
Yeah,
I say we just break it out to a field and Office Space it. Like everyone grabs a bat, and then apparently that wasn't a good idea. So then I was thinking maybe we go to like a smash
No.
room, like one of those rooms where you like smash stuff, you know?
Oh, now
The
that's
anger
great,
room,
that's a great team
rage
building
room,
idea.
rage room.
Yes,
Yeah,
rage
yes,
room, that's
yes.
it,
Let's
that's
do
it.
that.
That would be fun.
I
Writing
still
that
want to
down.
go play paintball.
That
Well,
sounds
that
like a
too.
Oh my
ton of fun.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
scared.
be down for paintball.
Doesn't it
I would
hurt?
be
Yes,
very
it
bad at
does, but
paintball.
that's part
You
of the
gotta
fun.
wear the vest. Remember, you're gonna Michelin Man.
And then I
Yeah.
get hit like right in the head.
No, you wear a mask.
Knock her
Oh,
neck
not gonna
out.
take
Back
any
to
eyeballs out.
scoliosis.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
I'm gonna put the S back in my spine.
Put the S in scoliosis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I feel like it would get very ruthless, but
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I feel like especially
Would-
if Tim's
Would
gonna
it be like
playing.
service team versus back office team?
Oh my
Oh
god.
no!
I don't know.
Because
how
there's
that
like
would
way
go.
more of
Oh,
them.
we-
One,
Yeah.
but
We could be sneaky though.
Yeah.
We can be sneaky.
we could do it.
But do we get
This is
management
a challenge to this. No, I'm
I,
not gonna challenge
yeah,
it.
you know what? We stand here today and challenge the service team.
That is a
we
really
get-
bad idea.
We get like the whole service team. Do we get?
Yeah.
or
back
can we
office.
Maybe
pull-
we get like John and Melissa. Maybe that's
Right, I'm like,
fair.
can we pull some other people?
Yeah, we need some more.
Yeah.
Mark projects. Is projects
Yeah.
really?
No, that's service.
Yeah.
I know. Serge would fight that one
Mm.
to the death.
Yeah.
But wait, would Serge be on our team?
Yes.
Yes.
Whoa. He
Yes.
probably.
No,
probably-
he has to be.
He
He
probably
may
fights to
choose.
be on the service team.
Yeah.
When
No,
he
he
comes
doesn't
on,
know
this
how
might
to.
be a question we
Sure.
ask him. If we were
Yeah.
shooting each other,
Yes.
who would you rather aim at?
That's a very good point. Let's put him on the spot.
Yeah.
As a-
Yeah. If we were to
That's a
go play
really good question.
paintball,
That'll be the bonus
Stay
question.
tuned.
is that in the budget, Morgan?
Thanks for listening to part 1 of a 2-part episode, because our team loves to talk. Do you want to know what fictional character you most relate with? Find out Serge's answer in part 2. If you're looking for technology support, but don't have the budget to hire on an MSP, you can head on over to skycomp.ca/learn to learn new things about technology maybe you didn't know. Thanks for listening.
Literally, John and Serge were like, they walked out of the room. They were so pissed off at me. I don't
Okay.
remember what I said. It was
So,
pretty.
I don't
big.
remember the context, but you were trying to make a Star Wars reference, and like, Charizard and Star Wars, I just didn't understand. And right, yes. So
They were so pissed off.
for the fans listening to this, Charizard is not a Star Wars character. That is
Is
a
it
Pokemon.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know this stuff.
Oh.
Charizard.